Welcome, race fans. 2015 New South Wales Formula V, Round 3, Race 3, Wakefield Park Raceway.
Right, the starting positions are based on the finishing positions of the Race 2 early this Sunday. And it's Michael Kinsella, Ryan Reynolds, Tim Brooke, Dylan Thomas, great drive, Simon Pace. And
they're away.
Here they go. Too many cars to mention,
Kinsella got the jump, so Kinsella's going to hold the lead from Ryan Reynolds, Timmy Brooke, Dylan Thomas. Simon Pace has dropped a couple. Craig Sparks, Jeff Bennett.
And there we see the last three cars.
On board here with Timmy Brooke.
A solid start by Michael Kinsella again.
Good jump there from Thomas on him, but he's got the outside, so I don't think he's going to hold the position here.
Right, Michael and Ryan are first and second in the point score. Ryan Reynolds falls in behind Michael Kinsella, and Tim Brooks with the onboard camera in third place. There's Tim Brooks.
On board with Thomas now, watching the Jacer of Timmy Brooke.
Fabulous clear pictures.
Oh, Matty Bode.
Matt Bode, what a jump.
DNF yesterday, back of the field. He had a point snap inside of the points.
All right, so Matt starts from last place and rushes through. There's Bruce Perry just ahead. Bruce gets through.
Okay, so he's going to get the run on the exit of the corner.
He does. Goes around the outside of Bruce Perry. Now he's behind Simon Duffy in the Belconnen Blinds Jacer.
Track narrows there, so you don't really want to go too wide into there.
Now just it's fourth gear and flat through here.
Back to third.
Then back down to third, and then you're flat in third through that corner, and now they're coming down the hill.
Okay. Flat, grab fourth as you grab the kink right there. Back into third, into this point here where Kinsella and the late turn in.
Right, these leaders, they know which
Jacob Andrews up the inside. Ooh.
Oh, just trying to take Aaron Pace.
A lot of curve there from Matty Bode. Right. Matty Bode's already made a lot of positions.
He has. William Pinn, Ray Cripps that we saw go through there in the white car.
Matty Bode's made up about 6 places on the first 4
Storming
corners.
start by Matt Bode.
Okay, so you got Kinsella, Ryan Reynolds, Timmy Brooke, Dylan Thomas, Simon Pace, Craig Sparks,
Bennett and Aaron Pace and Morgan Fremantle and a lot of other Formula Vs.
There's a lot of CXC there. I couldn't see which one was which. Jacob Andrews, and then you got Matt Bode. Look, Matt Bode's already up to nearly where Jacob Andrews is.
Brilliant driving. Dylan Thomas right on the tail of Tim Brooke. So this is close. All these cars, they're all, I can see they're all in top condition for this trophy race. So the last race of the weekend.
I'm very impressed with Matty Bode's first lap. Because look, there's James Horn back. What's James Horn so far back?
We'll get our assistants to go and find out.
He must have had an issue. Oh, there's a slow car. Aaron Pace pulling off.
Aaron's gone off. What's happened, Aaron, in the red Jacer?
That's created a big gap between Jeff Bennett and Jacob Andrews. Matty Bode's there with Morgo and Horny and cars.
Quite a few unexpected positions here.
He's just trying to work out what happened here off the start. There's who's changed place. Ryan Reynolds up the inside of Kinsella.
The Sabre takes the lead.
But Kinsella's going to over and under him. I bet you at the end of the straight, Kinsella's back in the front.
It looks like that's how it would be. Now, Ryan, brilliant braking manoeuvre.
Yep.
Right, the two cars go slower. That lets Tim Brooke catch up to Michael
But did you see that? Kinsella saw it coming. He stayed wide and gave himself a good run on the straight. So I reckon if you watch here, Kinsella will easily be up by the inside. Yeah. And nothing from the toe.
And look, no slipstreaming going on here. Oh, Dylan Thomas, just a slight slipstream.
Yeah, but he's going to be on the outside for turn 2.
He is, yes, and he'll have to
fall back. It's still quite dirty out there.
Ooh, almost a touch. The reigning state champion there. We can see here the reigning state champion in 4th place going through.
Okay, so he looks a bit stronger today than yesterday. Than the earlier race today, where he was sort of seemed to be struggling a bit there.
Right, so the point score leader is in the lead.
Is he the point score leader, or is Ryan Reynolds still leading?
Not after this race. Okay.
Okay, so Kinsella, Ryan Reynolds. Look at this group. It's a big group.
If Kinsella wins, that is, of course.
Okay, so you got Ryan Reynolds, Timmy Brooke, Thomas, Simon Pace, Sparks, and Jeff Bennett's there. Not too far back, and you got Jacob Andrews.
Cars going everywhere. James Horn down the inside of Simon Duffy. What a move!
With Morgo right there as well.
And
there's Pimmy.
There's William Pim going through in the Stinger.
And then you've got
Ray Cripps and
Butcher.
Steve Butcher, the two 1200s, first and second in the 1200s.
In the background, you can see Aaron Pace looking underneath the back right of his car.
Something wrong under the back right, do you think?
I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe he's trying to fix it so he can get back out.
Anyway, we just saw...
Oh, who's off?
Oh, someone's right. That's
Sparks.
No, John McDonald?
Johnny Mack.
Or Anthony Kavanagh. One or the other going through.
And
it's Matt Bode.
Matt Bode had lost a couple of spots before he made those couple of spots.
You can just get a flash of the Hoosiers there on Matt Bode's car, glinting in the sunlight.
Kinsella went defensive down the straight there, so he knew that Ryan Reynolds was coming for him.
Right, this is a race between Michael and Kinsella. Where is Thomas? Was that Thomas?
So that's probably what's caused the issue on the back straight with cars going off. Thomas is missing, and he's not through.
I just asked my assistant. Something's come off. What was that?
Probably a camera.
Was that a starter motor?
Probably a camera. Probably a GoPro. Those GoPros are only held on by those little plastic mounts.
That's a very expensive plastic mount.
I've seen GoPros come off numerous times.
Right, Michael Kinsella still got the lead. Right,
there's Aaron Pace in the flag point there. We'll tell him to grab a flag.
Hang on, wave, Aaron. Come on. We'll grab a camera.
Matty Bode all over the back of Jacob Andrews there.
There's so many things going on here. James Horn goes through in the sky blue and black Polar.
Okay, so that means Matty Bode.
There's William Pinn going through. Now Steve Butcher pulling out a bit of a lead on Ray Cripps, but don't expect that lead to stay there. Ray Cripps is bound to catch Steve Butcher by the end of this race.
Okay, so there's a bit of a gap between those top cars are all together before, and now because of Thomas's absentee, he split the group.
Hang on, our assistant's just coming back. What's happened to Dylan Thomas?
He's got an electrical fault.
Electrical fault, was it?
I think it's a condenser fail.
A condenser failed. Okay.
Here's Matty Bode on the inside of Jacob Andrews.
We found that out by right. Now look at the Hoosiers. You can see these brilliant Hoosiers on this brilliant car in this brilliant sunlight doing a brilliant job.
Okay, so Kinsella, Ryan Reynolds, Timmy Brook, a car length back to Simon Pace, a car length back to
still got a few
Jeff Bennett and Craig Spark.
We've still got
a few car lengths back to Bode. Andrews on the inside.
Bode. Stinger, we're with the Stinger.
I think every race we call, those two cars are fighting each other.
They are. They're usually very close, aren't they?
They certainly are.
It must be the data logging lessons telling them to do the same thing.
Yeah, their teammates, they obviously do know what each other do, and they copy.
Okay. The leader. Michael, this is a serious race. Simon Pace in the red Mako going through, catching. And so is Jeff Bennett and Craig Spark. They're all catching.
Okay,
so
Bode. Horney's caught up to these two, because these two are battling. That's allowed Horney up, and that's Johnny Mack.
Right, but big groups of cars here. There's serious racing. I can see the pressure is building here because not only they want the trophy, but they want the points.
They do want the points. That's what it's about. It's a points-paying championship.
Okay, who's coming through onto the main stage?
Bodie's got away, and Horney's got up the inside of Andrews, and Johnny Mack's come up, and so is Morgo.
Bruce Perry's pretty quick, along with Morgan Fremantle there.
Bruce Perry performs a lot better at Wakefield than at Eastern Creek, I'd say.
Bruce is another one of those Canberra drives. This is their home circuit.
It is their home circuit. And there's Ryan Reynolds looking pretty strong on his home circuit. And in saying that, Chris Reynolds does know how to set up a car at this circuit.
He does. He's a great driver, so he knows how to...
Horney up the inside of Bode.
There's a place lost. Matt Bode loses a place. And he slowed down. Oh, what a dive. What a dive.
Okay, fantastic effort there. But, he's had to lift there.
Now, you can see the Hoosiers with all those grooves. And the car in front is a Dunlop's got less grooves.
Got less grooves. Looks like he's got less tread there. It looks like an old set of tyres there on Horney's car too.
Right. So, just a little bit of information. This year you can run Dunlops or Hoosiers. Next year you have to run Hoosiers.
And to give you about which tyre's the better tyre, you've got Kinsella in the lead on the Dunlop and Ryan Reynolds looking threatening on the Hoosier. So there's nothing in it.
Barely anything to pick.
And in fact, Ryan Reynolds had pole on the Hoosier.
Right, so they're fast.
So there's sometimes it's a preference. I think the Sabres actually like the Hoosier, or Reynolds likes the Hoosier because they can lower the rear of the car a bit more.
I was about to say, surely the setup of the car has got to be set up to the tyres.
Yeah, from what I understand, the Hoosier actually you do need to drop the rear a little bit more. It does feel like it's a little bit slipperier at the rear, and you can drop the back of the car and just get a bit more rear camber.
Very good, and I guess you would know that, wouldn't you? I mean, you're sitting here behind the camera, and they're out there driving.
I'm very closely affiliated with a number of cars.
Okay,
anyway,
we won't get into that.
So here comes Pimmy. Go Pimmy.
All right, go Pimmy. Yes, he does. And
Looks like Simon Pace has caught these front four. Oh, no, he's not. He's still a car length or two back.
That's the parallax and the perspective of this camera angle. But it's still first, second and third are nose to tail, exhaust to tyre. They're wheel to wheel. They're roll bar to engine cover.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not.
Unless it's their own engine cover on the roll bar.
Exactly.
So here's Bodie with Jacob Andrews, followed by...
That's Anthony Kavanagh, stroke John McDonald,
and Morgo.
And Morgan Fremantle. Mate, this is close racing.
It is close racing. Simon Pace is got the same pace as the front guys, but with Aaron Pace in the background, and it's all about pace.
Now,
he's up the inside.
Oh, no.
Ryan Reynolds has taken the dive. Watch this.
Shock. What a shock. Who would believe this?
Well, is he going to under over?
Yes.
But you know what? That was actually smart play there by Ryan Reynolds, because down the straight, Kinsella's doing the defensive line, and he has to think, where else can I get him?
He's got to be inventive.
And not that's done is it's allowed Simon Pace to join this group.
That
Look,
is inventive racing by Ryan Reynolds. And what a brilliant year Ryan is having. He's driving superbly.
Ryan is a couple of years ago he was probably criticised.
A little bit wayward, let's say.
Well, he was criticised, and he's come back. He had a year off, and he's come back this year, and he has done a fantastic job.
He has, and yeah, quite seriously, great driver, Ryan, and great driving.
He's always had the pace, and look at this.
But we shouldn't say that, because a certain other Reynolds might get a bit upset if we say that, don't you think?
Oh, well, he'll have to come back and prove himself if he's getting upset. You know what? I reckon Ryan Reynolds is probably the match for Daniel Reynolds these days.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, well, I think he's doing the job. Kinsella has run lap record pace, beaten Daniel Records' lap record, and Ryan Reynolds is running with that with Kinsella. So
I can just see the steam rising up from the capital of Australia.
Well, I'd love to see Daniel Reynolds come and show us how it's done.
All right, I can see there's a challenge now.
The challenge is out. Daniel Reynolds, let's see how you go.
Okay, back to the front. Kinsella's got the lead back after that under and over ahead of Ryan Reynolds and Tim Brook. Tim Brook, he's had nothing but third place in this entire race, just about.
This entire weekend, just about.
Just his entire year. Okay.
No, he hasn't had a race win.
Not yet. He
hasn't. The former state and current National Series champion has not had a race win this year.
Okay, yeah, we're talking about Tim Brook there in the.
And look, Simon Pace is there.
Tim's the 2013 champion.
State champion, 2014 National Series champion.
That's right, reigning National Series champion.
National Series champion.
In that brilliant F2K14 Jacer.
So he's doing a good job. And just to note, he won the state championship in his. What do you call the old girl?
The LE100.
The LE100, which
right.
He's actually owned.
I think
Where
you could then say it's a very versatile driver. That Tim Brook's a very versatile driver.
Well, he is a driver trainer, so he does jump in lots of different cars.
Exactly.
So versatility is probably in essence.
Now, close-up shot. Michael Kinsella's still got the lead. Ryan Reynolds can't do anything about it.
Well, Ryan Reynolds is actually looking very strong this race. He's looking for places where he can pass. Kinsella's a very experienced racer. Kinsella won the championship back in 2004 and then 2002 in a 1200.
1200 and 1600.
So he's been around a long time.
One of the very, very great Formula V drivers.
Oh, look at that, Jacob Andrews.
More wheel-to-wheel racing between Anthony Kavanagh stroke John McDonald.
And Moore goes right there. Okay, these guys, the leaders are catching up to Lyle Moyes here, so in a lap or two, they're going to have to think about positioning the car to suit the lap in.
And the leaders have squeezed up. First, second, third, fourth. Simon Pace has caught up. And there's Craig Spark and Jeff Bennett coming through fifth and sixth.
It's fifth and sixth. Then you've got Horney having a lonely race. And Matty Bode's having pulled away a bit from this group. Matty Bode's been awesome this weekend. Top six all weekend, and only had the adversity of having a DNF yesterday. And he still made it from the back of the grid back up to six or so.
Now, this is a great glimpse of Matt's talent. Definitely.
Yeah. He has, he's started to get a good understanding of the car. He's starting to utilise the cars to its strengths, and he's starting to set it up to how he wants it.
That's right, and he's keeping that foot down on the accelerator more than he has been in the past.
Yeah. Well, I think he was struggling with a bit of front end handling previously, so he's dialed that out and. He's happy. Same with Jacob Andrews, actually. They've both done a pretty good job.
Does that mean the car was pushing or it was understeering?
Well, it depends. I mean, where you come from.
For our North American cousins, that's pushing.
Yeah. So,
but for all the English,
here's the 1200s. You've got
it's
the leaders coming through from Ray Cripps and Lyle there.
That was Ray and Lyle fighting for.
Where's Butcher? Is Butcher even running in this race? We haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him. No.
Oh, look at that! Jacob Andrews up the inside of Jeff Bennett.
That's a great move, Jacob. Jacob's a quiet driver, but a fast driver. And when he's
a quiet guy, not just a quiet driver.
In every respect. But, geez, he knows how to hold that wheel and put that accelerator down and hit that brake quick and hard.
Okay, so here's Lyle Moyes. I thought they
didn't catch him much, did they, in that lap?
Okay, Ryan Reynolds up the inside again.
More inventive driving by Ryan.
Okay, let's see if he slows it up at the apex and hold Kinsella out this time.
The onboard,
He
Tim
does.
Brook with the onboard
He
catches.
does. See that? He didn't give Kinsella the opportunity to do the over-under like he did last time, so he learnt.
He blocked the track, didn't he?
He did. See, and that's what I'm saying about Ryan Reynolds this year. He's a completely different driver to before. He's thinking more. And see, Kinsella, is Kinsella going to go?
Now, that's a sign of desperation. But look how fast Lyle Moy was. But they could barely catch him on that entire back straight.
Okay, here goes Ryan Reynolds to the inside. Watch this. Ryan Reynolds will go to the inside, doing the old movement of what Kinsella's done all race to make it go the long way around.
That's right. Ryan Reynolds to the right. Michael Kinsella to the left for the lead.
Okay.
There's Craig Spark and Jeff Bennett going through.
They've been glued together the whole race. Those two, have they not?
They certainly have. The two Jaces glued together.
Jimmy Horn, he's sort of, playing
bit
Tetris or something.
Bit of a lonely race, James. Bit of a lonely race, unfortunately.
Matty Bode, and then you've got Johnny Mack. There's Jacob Andrews. He's lost a couple of spots.
Whole heap of cars going through. Back to the lead. Now on the left, Ryan Reynolds. On the right, Michael Kinsella. Ryan Reynolds. Tim Brook, left and right.
Timmy Brook, go up the inside. No, he can't do it.
Reynolds keeps the lead. Simon Pace. So he can't get past.
That's probably the first lap that Ryan Reynolds has led this race because Kinsella, with all his experience, has held him out.
I can't get over how little distance Lyle Moyes has lost on the last couple of laps to these leaders.
Well, that's a fantastically prepared historic car, that one.
And a fantastically prepared historic driver. Okay,
I'm not going to get involved in that discussion. Okay, so Lyle is doing a fantastic job.
Up ahead of these leaders, we'll see Ray Cripps and Stephen Butcher.
So here you go, on board with Timmy Brook. Is Kinsella going to dive him? He is.
He's racing.
Okay.
And
think over the under, Ryan. Think over under. Can he get him?
He stole the lead back.
Oh, he just didn't quite have enough pace to get the over and under.
There we go. The Jacer takes the lead ahead of the Sabre.
See, there was a little twitch there on the break from Kinsella mid-corner.
There was.
And just stop the opportunity.
Right.
That's what I was saying about Kinsella before. He's been around a long time. He knows how to hold a car out when he needs to.
How to block and how to dive.
And it's not just blocking down the straight. It's where to place the car in the mid-corner.
In the middle of the corner, so that there is no over, only under.
So he's Bodie followed by Johnny Mack, followed by I think
another black car.
It was Morgan.
Morgan Fremantle, yes. The Morgan's purple car looks black.
Here's Cripps. Cripps is ahead of Butcher. Look at Butcher. Butcher's letting them all through.
Off.
That was courteous driving there for Butcher because he was
courteous, but that means Ray Cripps is going to win this race. Surely Butcher can't make that.
Cripps is now going to have to give out the spot. Oh, Timmy Brooks going to have.
What a great slide! Mate, that was magnificent to watch. But unfortunately, that means Kinsella made up a couple of tenths.
Yeah, he made a car length or two. Timmy Brook. They all sort of got a little bit hindered. Here you go. Butcher even lost a couple of car lengths to Cripps. Here comes Sparks. Sparks is ahead of
Jeff Bennett and Lyle Moyes. He must be in about 8th or 9th place now.
He's probably up
He's actually not losing that much distance, is he?
No, Horney can't catch him, and Horney's been on fire.
Right. There's Kinsella. Now Ryan Reynolds is caught up. He's actually made up a couple of tenths in that half a lap.
Okay, that's great. There's Cripsy.
Cripps, the leading 1200. There's second place in the 1200.
So Butcher's not catching back up to Cripps there.
He's not.
Butcher's pretty close to the lap record here.
Rick
Butcher has a lap record here.
When did he get that?
Back at the Nationals.
Oh, in 2012, that's right. And he won the Nationals as well.
Yeah, and yet Cripsy's holding him out.
But that was then and this is now. Okay, Bruce Perry is now.
What you're saying is a few chocolate Monties have passed since then.
That's exactly right. A lot of Cadbury
look at this. Morgo up the inside.
Morgo Fremantle, Matt Bode. Now, this is going to be interesting stuff.
Okay.
Are we going to watch this?
Johnny Mack, he's on the outside. I wouldn't like to be on the outside going up here. And he's done it.
Johnny Mack's done it.
That's courteous driving by Matt there. Matt's giving him the benefit. I would say.
Mate, that's the Formula V sort of racing we want to see.
So Matt knows that the track narrows up there and he gave him even though he had the inside, he gave him the benefit.
Johnny Mack's on the charge there.
Go Johnny Mack in the old Kavanagh car. Oh, actually, maybe it was Kavanagh driving.
It might have been Kavanagh for that corner.
It could have been Kavanagh.
Wouldn't imagine John doing that sort of thing, so it must have been Anthony.
I think Kavanagh's got more nuts than Johnny.
Well, if you want to use that expression, okay.
Okay, Timmy Brook on the inside of Ryan.
This is second place.
He's going to go for it.
Now,
he's in there. Ryan, how aggressive.
And the Hoosier actually gets round the corner slightly better than
I will say. And look, that's allowed Simon Pace to come up on the inside. That was super driving by both drivers.
That's right.
They knew where their cars were and they both played the card. And that's given Kinsella a run.
He has. Tim threw down the gauntlet, but the dice didn't fall his way.
So Timmy's gone from potentially second back to fourth.
too much of a bet on the roulette, unfortunately.
Okay, and there's
He
only
lost.
a couple of laps to go now, so Kinsella might have a couple of yards that may be the benefit of all he needs.
Well, he should feel like breathing a bit easier. Is that another
Spark still ahead
thing
of
we can
Bennett.
say? Wheel to wheel.
Cripps.
Ray was quick round that corner.
He's leaving Butcher for dead.
He is. Now coming down the hill, Kinsella in the blue, silver and white chaser.
Timmy Brook up the inside of Simon Pace.
Oh, he's got third position back.
Okay, that was a good solid move there.
Two incredibly fast drivers. They know how to drive fast. And
Here it is on board. He actually lined it up well and truly early as well.
That's right, and they've lost no distance to second place Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, and here comes
Coming down the hill.
Morgo. Morgo's touched. Oh, he's over.
Over and over and over
Look at this.
and over.
So that was pretty dramatic. He's on board with Matty. Matty's going for the inside line.
Just a touch. Wheels touch. Oh no.
Okay, so it looks like Morgo was looking at the cars in front. And,
just a touch of wheels. That's racing. Roll bar. That Jacer.
Oh, watch out in between. Oh, Morgo's bisecting these two cars perfectly.
Between Anthony Straight
And now it's a pirouette.
Moores, the wheel comes off.
And now comes the Pike.
The Pike.
And instant stop. Oh, lucky you had a Hans device on. That was a hard hit there. Watch this. So Matty's out of track. Morgo's come on the inside and they've touched and they've... Oh, man, that is a big accident. Morgo's out of the car. Fantastic effort.
What a relief.
Okay, so Morgo looks... Oh, he's coming back to the car. He's remembering he's got to turn it off. You know, great presence of mind there, Morgo.
I think the thing to say here, that's racing, and that Jacer, again, that's the third or fourth biggest crash I've ever seen in a Jacer, and in every one of those crashes, the drivers get out with barely a mark.
It's an excellent record. Actually, Formula V in general has got a fantastic record. If you compare Formula V in 50 years to any other category, you know, 99.9% of the time, drivers walk away from any incident.
And with regard that rollover, my score is 99.9.
I see a board coming out of the flag over the flag point over the back there. I think we might have a safety car, which you'd imagine we would do after a big rollover like that. The board came out first, and there's the yellow flag. So I suspect we've got the safety car. Here it is. And they haven't even picked up the leaders. They've just grabbed. There's Kinsella in the background.
Just gone straight out.
They've gone straight out. Would you, after you see a big rollover like that, it is paramount to make sure we get the medical out.
And the checkered flag is out.
Okay, so here's the winner. There's Kinsella there. Kinsella wins from Ryan Reynolds, Timmy Brook, Simon Pace, Jeff Bennett and Craig Sparks.
Right.
I think the most paramount thing is to make sure that the drivers involved in that rollover are in perfect condition, and we saw Morgo get out and actually run across the flag.
Yeah, so we can tell everyone Morgan Fremantle is 100% fine. But the race winner, Michael Kinsella, what a brilliant race. Unfortunately capped off by that rollover. Ryan Reynolds in second, Tim Brook in third, Simon Pace in fourth.
Jeff Bennett, solid job there, got it ahead of Craig Sparks.
That's right. Great win, another great win to Ray Cripps. He's fast. And Stephen Butcher, the great Stephen Butcher in second. And Lyle Moyes.
Lyle Moyes was lucky not to get taken out by the rolling Morgan Fremantle.
That's true, but maybe if he was slower, he would have been near it.